Okay.
Hey Greg, how are you doing? Another night with the government door politics. And let's see what are the topics for tonight. You gotta know when the bullet hits the bone.
All right. Welcome to another edition of Garage Door Politics. I'm Greg.
Louis,
And tonight's topic is North Korea and South Korea. And,
and Trump.
well, we'll get into Trump.
All mixed up together.
We'll get into Trump. We'll get into him, okay? We'll get into Donald Trump, okay? But anyway, what I want to discuss tonight, Louis,
Go ahead.
is the meeting between the North Korean leader and the South Korean leader. Do you think that we could finally have peace after over 60 years of conflict?
I'm very hopeful on that. Because as now, I have learned throughout those 60 years dealing with North Korea is whatever they say you're gonna do it, they backtrack. Let's see, I never remember his name, Rocket Man.
Kim Jong-un.
I never remember his name. Will be able to keep his word. That's what we have to see what's gonna happen. So far, so good. I was very pleased about what happened, and I know the South Korean president always, from the beginning, he wants to meet, what's his name? The North Korean guy.
President Park.
North Korean.
Kim Jong-un.
I never.
How can you not remember that?
I'm starting not to remember my own name.
Okay, but what about Rocket Man?
I like Rocket Man.
Okay, Little Rocket Man.
At least he's English.
Little Rocket Man.
Yeah.
Right.
I hope we get pretty good things about that. In a way, it's gonna help Mr. Trump on dealing with North Korea at this point, because at this point, what I have noticed is North Korea is starving. And at this point, they are willing.
Well, I've noticed that too. It looks like Kim Jong-un has lost weight. So if you're losing weight, that means you're starving, right?
Nothing to eat.
All the money went into the missile program, and now there's nothing to eat.
They have no money.
So now they're willing to make a deal to eat.
Right. That might be now a strong subject to help to alleviate the tension in the area, which is pretty good and is going to help Mr. Trump.
Well, let's go to that then. The way I believe it, the way I see it, I had a stepfather fought in Korea, 18 years old at Incheon Landing, all right, scared to death, 18 years old, just thrown on the beach into a country you've never been to. A lot of men had fought. A lot of men have fought and died over there. And this has been going on and on and on. I think it's time for it to end. And I want to applaud the president, Donald Trump, for getting us to this point.
Some strong words.
Getting us to this point. And the reason I believe that is we need to stabilize that region.
That's for sure.
And the reason being, China, I think, is working with us because of the tariff situation. China doesn't want to lose our business because we're the biggest. We're the biggest importers of their goods.
If they lose our business, first of all, they want to have our technology helping them to manufacture what they do.
This is true. And then on the other
And
point,
then they're not going to make money selling.
well, because there's if we're the biggest customer of China, and they lose us,
we are 80% of imports from
nearby.
Yeah,
nearby.
No, I don't have a precise.
I don't have the graph in front of me either,
but no. So I can put
but
it
yeah,
at 80%.
but so if they lose us as a customer,
they're gonna go down the drain.
well, they don't want to lose us. So I believe Donald Trump, the threat, the tariffs have never been instituted, but the threat of it has gotten China to see what's going on.
Look on the background,
Plus,
no, to help us here there, because I do believe, I'm sorry, I cut it off. I believe in the background.
you always cut me off.
I'm used to.
Evidently.
But no.
Go ahead and finish your cutoff.
I'm gonna finish.
Go ahead and finish your cutoff.
I believe in our way or another, China has been working on the background, no, to soften a little bit the Little Rock Man.
Well, they had the meeting last month in Beijing where Kim Jong-un went and met with the Chinese leaders. And at that time, I believe China was telling them this is what's got to happen, because that meeting was right after the threats of the tariffs were coming down. So I believe everything was scrambling. That only leaves one liability, and that's Putin in Russia.
So far, as far as I learned here and there, he wants the meeting between Trump and North Koreans to be in Moscow, so he couldn't manipulate everything.
Well, right now, as of the news story today, they've narrowed the meeting down to two places, either Mongolia or Singapore.
That's it.
And I believe Singapore would be a more viable place, because Singapore is more of a city-state.
Yeah, but see, we have to consider the situation. I think, going back to this meeting between North and South, Little Rock Man, he was very bold on stepping over and going to the other side of South Korea. Because if there was a defection at that point, the South Koreans could arrest him.
No, it was a beautiful meeting.
It was a beautiful. I didn't see deception from both
But what
sides.
I want to see is
I hope
I want to see the peace treaty, and I want to see it signed, and that's what I want to see.
They are.
But I believe they're working on it. They're working on it now. So,
which is okay. Which, no, in a way, that's gonna be, if everything goes right, is gonna be Mr. Trump's best achievement.
and that's why this week also too we learned that Donald Trump, President of the United States, was nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize.
Nomination doesn't mean you get it.
But being nominated is
No, it's a foot on the door.
Right. So what is your view on that? Because you're to the point that you want 3 people to win the Nobel Peace Prize, as long as it goes through.
Right.
And that is, if they sign the treaty ending the war.
As I said, from the moment the president of South Korea, us, campaigning, he always said, have to restart our conversation. I
Right.
believe he's got a lot on that. I don't think it would be just if just Mr. Trump got it. I believe all three. Because in one way or another, there are now three men, there are four men involved in that. Don't forget China.
But China
Work on the
did it
background.
out of desperation.
Yeah, all desperate.
Desperation.
China and North Korea, they are all desperate. Even Putin is desperate at this point.
But
Have you noticed? Has been now 1 week.
so what are you saying, that Donald Trump don't deserve the Nobel Peace
I
Prize?
didn't say that.
So what are you saying?
If he's nominated, they should nominate the North and South Korea.
But nothing's been done yet.
So don't give it to anybody. Don't
They
put
have
the
to give
carriage
it.
in front of the horse.
But nomination is one thing, winning it's another. But I think Donald Trump has done more since he's been in office than Obama did in the 8 years as far as foreign policy goes.
I know what you mean. But I'm not here to talk about Mr. Obama. He's gone. He's past.
But what I'm doing is
Don't
why-
come back in time.
why
But
are
now we want
why
to
is
come
everybody
back to
hating-
President
why-
Bush in
why is everybody
1990?
hating on Donald Trump? I don't understand
I don't
it.
know.
I don't
It's
understand
the
it.
way he behaves.
Well, you know what?
And the way he attacks people. That one, he's demerits, I would say, he hasn't learned yet. He's learning. Because I don't see him doing now what he used to do right.
Well, everybody
Lefty.
gets a learning curve.
I know that.
All right.
I'm not saying,
And now
I
we have a
wouldn't say-
member of Congress wants to start impeachtrump.com. You know, it's just I don't understand.
why impeach him?
I don't understand. I don't understand.
So far, we have nothing to say. We're going to impeach you.
Well, I don't understand. But to get back to the Koreas, okay? Now, if we get to a point where they sign the peace treaty, do you think Kim Jong-un would give up his sovereignty over North Korea and they could be one country again?
That I don't think it's going to happen in the near future. Because, see, in North Korea has been now 3 or 4 generations that the family is in charge. If I had thought, but I said to myself, it's not going to happen because he will not give up unless he gets to a point in his life that he doesn't have a son for the next generation to take over the power. That might be a change point, but not now, maybe in 10, 15 years from now.
But
But I
wouldn't
think-
we like a unified Korea?
Oh, I would love it. But it's not going to happen. Let me give you an idea. Do you agree or doesn't? Or you don't?
Nearby.
Nearby. That's okay. Because I had thought
My,
about that.
well, my thoughts on it are, if that happens, even what's happening now, to where North and South Korea are talking, going to broker a peace agreement, a peace treaty, officially in the Korean War.
That's okay.
That is a
Officially
feather-
ended it.
A feather
Okay.
in Donald Trump's cap. No other American president
Has
has
always been able to achieve this much.
Nobody, no American president.
No.
Plus, then he will be the first sitting president if the meeting goes down, Singapore or Mongolia, wherever it
Whatever
goes,
they choose.
be the first sitting president ever to meet with a North Korean head of state. Ever.
I do believe
That's why I
that's
think
going to be Mongolia.
I think if this all goes as planned, I think Donald Trump deserves the Nobel Peace Prize. Because nobody else has been able to do it.
Not by himself.
But who started it?
South Korean president.
The Olympics started it.
South Korean president.
The Olympics started it.
Had nothing to do with
The United States was there. All the North
That's
Korean,
Korea.
they let the North Korean athletes come in and participate because we gave them a waiver. We voted with the,
We don't own the Olympics.
but we have voting power like the UN.
We have the power.
We
but
gave them a waiver to let
we
the North
don't own.
Korean athletes
No.
come
The South Koreans invite them.
because we
And
gave
they-
the waiver. We gave the waiver saying it's okay.
We didn't have any other choice. Why not?
That's what started the whole process.
Isn't that beautiful?
I love it.
I love it too.
So I think
Well,
Donald
at
Trump.
least on that we agree.
We agree on that. Not much else. Not much else.
Yeah, no.
But this is
This North Korean guy, he's not gonna lose his power. That's why, at this point, we can have an agreement, or whatever name you call it. We are not at war anymore. We open our borders, but the North Korean guy. I
If
keep
this
going
goes-
to you guys because then I lose my power. That's what
one
you guys don't
other
want.
sticking point we have is called denuclearization of North Korea.
Right.
That's one sticking point.
He already said it.
But he has to prove to us that he's
Right.
doing it.
That's what I'm talking
The
about.
president said yesterday, if they prove that they're willing to denuclearization,
That's going to happen
we will
after
start to
talking
bring the
to
sanctions down. So that's why the meeting next month in May is so important.
Right.
They have to agree to these points.
But they already said that.
Well,
We
let's
are
see.
willing.
Let's see. Let's see.
That's what I'm saying. Even with the Nobel Prize. Let's see. Not yet. It's too early for that.
Well, let's see.
Let's not jump.
Well, I mean, there was some Brazilian woman a few years back saying Putin should win the Nobel Peace Prize. Well, how in the hell was that possible?
Well, that's what.
So what has he done?
Let's see. She was just a Brazilian citizen. No power.
So it's basically...
And I told her what I had to say. You want to give Putin the Nobel Prize? You want to give an assassin, professional assassin, the Nobel Prize? Oh, look what Putin is doing now. That's the only thing he knows throughout his life.
But he's not doing much here lately. He's been awful quiet since
Very quiet.
since
Syria.
the United States, Britain, and France pretty much took out Assad's chemical weapons.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, quiet.
I think as far as foreign policy goes, I'm going to give President Trump an A-.
I agree with you. Oh, we got to agree on.
And we may have to find a new show. But anyway, that's what I agree on. And other than that, I believe that the Koreans, this is going to happen. I believe it. I believe it in my heart and my soul that this is going to happen. And I want it to happen because for the safety of us and the safety of the world.
The holy world.
And this is going to
Nobody
wake
wants
up.
to walk.
This already woke up China. This is going to wake up the Middle East because now they know this is possible. Then we're going to go back to the two countries that don't want it, and that is Iran and Russia. They don't want it. But everybody else now is going to be on board with this whole idea of peace in the region and trade, fair trade,
And every country helping each other, because that's what has made our civilization going farther and farther and farther over the 3,000 years.
well, not only that, we fought evil. We fought evil in every corner of the world.
We're still doing it.
But evil is dwindling.
I was going to say that in the different words.
It's dwindling. So what is your view on that?
We have to keep going and doing it what we have to do, and in a way or another, I like, what Mr. Trump is doing. Even knowing that there are little things here and little things there, that no, in his mind, we have done wrong. But no, the rest of the world look at him and say, we are afraid. Everybody's afraid the way he acts and reacts.
Well, that's fine because he said he would do that, and I think we need someone like that, and he's done well. He's done well. So we're going to get to a new segment of the show, and it's shame time. So you get to pick someone that you can shame that has done something bad this week that you feel is shameful.
Yeah. Women who are going after money, they're money grabbers. That's a shame.
That's a shame.
And they come up with things that happened, 357 years ago, just to destroy people's lives. That's a shame. That's all they want. 20 million, 30 million,
Okay, well this
because they can't even make 100 anymore.
shame, shame, shame on you, right?
Right.
Shame, shame, shame. Okay, my shame, okay, is the politician Tester, who was called out yesterday by Donald Trump. That was the one that leaked all the false information against Ronnie Jackson, the nominee for the VA. Okay, and everybody leaked out the false information. He was drunk. He wrecked a car, a government car.
I never believed
He did all that.
I never believed
Well, that's why he
He did it.
He did. So, Tester, you shame, 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 shame.
I'm not very acquainted with this situation.
But I'll brush you up after the show. How's that?
It's okay, because I don't think I grabbed much about that.
Right. But I believe it's a shame. So that was our shame subject, and for the week. And
That's it.
parting shots. Your 2-minute parting shot. Your editorial. Anything you want to say. 2 minutes. 2 minutes.
I got nothing to say at this point.
You got nothing to say. How about having a bad hair day? Having a bad hair day. You got anything to say about that?
My hair day.
Yeah, your
What
hair
about
day.
that?
Yeah.
Okay, the wind did it. I don't care.
The wind did it. Okay.
I look like what? Oh my God, what's his name? The German guy.
Albert Einstein.
Albert Einstein.
Yeah, but too bad you didn't get everything else filled in.
No.
Anyway, my
I'm
parting
not
shot.
even 5%.
Okay. My parting shot is I'm right along with these women that are just after money and ruining people's lives, and we can't have it in this country, because this is another shame that I'll do for another show that he already did.
That's a shame.
That's a shame, and so we need to get a grip on this. We need to get a grip, and we need to stop it now, because if not, this is going to snowball into every aspect of our society, and we do not need it, because everybody has to work together, men and women, to make this country great again.
Not just this country,
The world.
society. What happens throughout the beginning of times? Humans always the men are the ones who grope the women. Men are the ones that act. Has been like that. Now they are trying to change it.
Well,
But not to
but
what
that's,
way?
that's
Wrong
for
way.
another show. That's for another show.
That's right. That's for another
So
time.
anyway,
But now we have to stop this.
all right. That's for another show. That's for another show.
I
But
don't
anyway,
think I don't say in a way they are wrong, but do it see they're just
All right.
after money.
all right.
So have a good night.
And have a great evening. And we're going to leave you with something that we like very much. And we'll see you next week. On Garage Store Politics. Thank you. Good night, Louie.
Good night.